Coronation Street favorite Molly Gallagher has spoken openly about leaving the ITV soap as the actress prepares to bring her 7-year journey as Nina Lucas to an end later this year. News of her departure was confirmed last month, with Gallagher already completing the filming of her final scenes. It was also announced that she has secured a leading role in the stage adaptation of The Silence of the Lambs, where she will perform alongside John Partridge. During an appearance on This Morning, Gallagher reflected on saying goodbye to the long-running drama and opening a new chapter in her career. While admitting that leaving the show was emotional, she said she is looking forward to the opportunities ahead. The actress revealed that filming her final episodes was incredibly difficult because she dislikes change, but she remains hopeful that Nina's journey is not over. Gallagher explained that she still has a great deal of love for Coronation Street and believes there is a chance the character could return one day. Following the announcement of her exit, a spokesperson for the ITV soap praised Gallagher's contribution, describing Nina as a distinctive and much-loved character who has become a favorite among viewers during her time on the program. The spokesperson also congratulated the actress on earning the opportunity to take on such an iconic stage role, wishing her every success as the theater production tours the UK and Ireland. Gallagher also discussed her involvement in The Silence of the Lambs, which is based on Thomas Harris's acclaimed 1988 novel. The story was famously adapted into the Oscar-winning 1991 film that collected 5 Academy Awards, including the prestigious Best Picture prize. The theatrical production is scheduled to tour venues across the UK and Ireland, with its opening performance taking place at Leicester's Curve Theatre on August 1st. Gallagher will step into the role of FBI trainee Clarice Starling, a character made famous on screen by Jodie Foster. Speaking about the production, the actress said rehearsals have been an incredible experience and explained that bringing such a legendary story to the stage comes with unique challenges. She noted that while the film relied heavily on close-up performances, the stage version tells the story through physical performance, vocal expression, and the energy of a live audience, creating a fresh and exciting interpretation of the classic thriller. Lisa Connor Swain finds herself battling overwhelming emotions in upcoming Coronation Street scenes after Carla decides to support imprisoned Sarah Platt during her darkest moment. Just when Lisa and Carla had finally rebuilt their relationship after overcoming the chaos caused by Lisa's obsessive former partner Becky, the couple appeared to have found the happy ending they had fought so hard for. However, their wedding celebrations were shattered when a murder victim's body was discovered close to the ceremony venue. The victim was Theo Silverton, whose history of abusive behavior made him unpopular with many residents. But his death still triggered a major police investigation across Weatherfield. Leading the inquiry, Lisa worked alongside DC Kit Green as they questioned several potential suspects. The case produced numerous setbacks, including Summer Spellman's wrongful arrest and Kit's relentless efforts to pin the murder on Gary Windus. Viewers later learned that Kit's determination to target Gary was influenced by the growing connection between Gary and Sarah Platt. The shocking truth eventually emerged that Sarah was actually responsible for Theo's death. That revelation also explained the secretive conversations Gary and Sarah had been sharing for weeks. On the night Theo died, Sarah contacted Gary in a panic, pleading for his help after the fatal incident. Although Kit attempted to steer suspicion away from Sarah by focusing attention on Gary, justice finally caught up with her when Lisa personally arrested Sarah for the crime. Ordinarily, the arrest would have been just another part of Lisa's job, but her personal life has left her emotionally drained. Her daughter, Betsy Swain, recently suffered a devastating stroke after taking part in consensual strangulation during intimacy with her boyfriend Dylan Wilson. The medical emergency left Betsy struggling to speak, leaving Lisa heartbroken and furious. Blaming Dylan for what happened to her daughter, Lisa reported him to the police and has found it almost impossible to show sympathy toward anyone connected to serious wrongdoing. That emotional turmoil becomes obvious when Sarah desperately insists she never intended to kill Theo and claims Gary played no part in the incident, but Lisa refuses to believe her explanations. Lisa's uncompromising attitude is highlighted even further when Kit listens to a voicemail from her, warning him to think very carefully before doing anything that could protect Sarah. With everything happening in her family, Lisa has become tougher than ever, making difficult decisions without allowing her emotions to interfere. That is why she is deeply unsettled when Carla reveals she intends to visit Sarah in prison. During next week's episodes, Carla explains that Sarah is struggling behind bars and that her young son Harry is finding it incredibly difficult to cope with his mother's absence. Carla's decision leaves Lisa worried and conflicted as she wonders whether supporting Sarah is the right thing to do after everything that has happened. The situation threatens to create fresh tension between the newly married couple, raising the question of whether Lisa will accept Carla's decision to stand by Sarah when she needs a friend the most. Coronation Street actress Sydney Martin has addressed criticism surrounding the soap's ongoing stroke storyline, which has placed her character, Betsy Swain, at the heart of one of Weatherfield's most emotional storylines. Betsy recently suffered a life-changing stroke after losing oxygen during consensual strangulation with her boyfriend, Dylan Wilson. Although Betsy insisted the encounter was consensual and not violent, the lack of oxygen caused serious medical complications that ultimately led to the stroke. Under UK law, however, the act is still considered a criminal offense regardless of consent. The storyline has received widespread praise for raising awareness about the dangers associated with strangulation during sexual activity. However, one particular hospital scene sparked criticism from viewers with medical training. A manual handling trainer named Jesse shared a video on TikTok highlighting a scene in which Betsy was transferred from her hospital bed into a chair. Jesse explained that the lifting method shown on screen, known as the drag lift, has not been used in UK healthcare settings for many years because it can increase the risk of injuries such as joint dislocations. She also expressed concern that the scene could unintentionally give viewers an inaccurate impression of how healthcare professionals safely move stroke patients. Sydney Martin responded to the video by thanking Jesse for bringing the issue to her attention. She explained that specialist stroke advisors had been involved throughout filming, but acknowledged that the information used for that particular scene was clearly outdated. In another response, the actress said she genuinely appreciated the feedback and agreed that the mistake was unfortunate. Martin explained that she had carried out extensive personal research to portray Betsy's recovery as accurately as possible. However, she admitted that some production decisions are beyond her control, especially because the soap films at a demanding pace where occasional errors can happen. She also promised to pass the feedback on to the production team, stressing that portraying medical procedures correctly is extremely important. Jesse later thanked the actress for responding so openly, admitting she was disappointed to see the outdated technique featured in such a high-profile television program. At the same time, she acknowledged that it is almost impossible for any production to achieve complete accuracy in every detail, and praised both the storyline and Martin's performance. The production team developed the storyline with guidance from the Institute for Addressing Strangulation, the Stroke Association, and Safeline to ensure the wider medical and emotional aspects of the story were handled responsibly. Martin has also previously spoken about the work carried out by the makeup department to realistically depict the physical effects of Betsy's stroke as her recovery continues on screen. Coronation Street continues to air on ITV1 during weekday evenings and is also available to stream on ITVX.